Jai Hind student. In this video, we are going to discuss the classification of public sector enterprises. As the main objective of public sector enterprises is to ease the industrialization process of economy, these enterprises can be classified as per the business activities undertaken or as per basic requirement of the overall economy that attempt to improve the standard living in the economy. Public sector enterprises are classified under departmental undertaking, story cooperation, and government companies. In this video, we are going to discuss the departmental undertaking. What is departmental undertaking? Departmental undertaking are the public sector enterprise created, managed, and controlled by the concerned ministry involved in providing initial and important service to the public like railway, postal service, defense, etc. It means that this is the oldest form of public sector enterprises. The departmental undertaking is considered as one of the departmental of the government. It has no separate extent than government. It functions under the overall control of one ministry or department of government. For example, railway, defense, post, telegraph, broadcasting, telephone service, etc. Now, feature of departmental undertaking. First, formation. A departmental undertaking is formed by the government as a major subdivision of one of the department or ministry of the government. Second, no separate legal entity. The undertaking has no separate legal entity from the government. It cannot be sued without the government consent. Next, finance. The undertaking is financed through the annual budget appropriated by the parliament or state legislature. The revenue earned by this undertaking are paid into the treasury with which had decided or planned the annual budget. Next, appointment of employee. The employee appointed in this undertaking include the government official or civil servant whose method of recruitment and condition of service under which they are employed are ordinarily as same as for the civil servant. Next, accountability. The minister, being the head of the particular ministry that control the department undertaking, is responsible and accountable for their working and operation. Next, management and control. It is managed and controlled by the concerned ministry of the government. The final authority lie with the concerned minister who is responsible to the parliament or state legislature. Next, no borrowing power. This undertaking does not have any borrowing power and decision on the same as done by the ministry or the government. Next, no authority to use revenue. This undertaking does not have any authority to use the revenue earned annually. The revenue are paid into the treasurer. Next, budgetary and accounting control. The undertaking is subject to the government budget and accounting control applicable to the government department. The earning of revenue are deposited in the government treasurer and their profit constitute the sources of revenue to the state or central government. At last, we can say that they operate under the overall control of one of the ministry of central or state government, and they are the part of government only. There is no separate entity. They are financed from the annual budget of the government, and the revenue of the department undertaking are deposited in the treasurer of the government. And the staff department undertaking are civil servant or requited compensate as per the rule of the civil servant. They are under the direct control of the departmental head who is accountable to the concerned minister. At last, they can be sued in the same manner as one can file suit against the government. Thank you.